Good morning. This is Radio Douglas.
Today is Wednesday, March the 3rd, and it certainly came in like a lion, folks, with wind all day long yesterday. So windy, we had to have indoor recess. The official people this morning are Dr. Whitbeck and Mrs. Lareniga. Welcome to the show.
Yes. It was a windy day. My pom-poms were like just blowing in the wind.
The double pom-pom hat is sweeping the nation. Everyone is wearing it.
Yes, I complimented Mrs. Lareniga on her hat, and then you got me this one. And it's too warm. It's too warm to wear here in the Radio Douglas studios.
Well, one of our students was wearing one, and I loved it, so I copied her. That's how it really started.
Right. Well, did you know that today is National Anthem Day?
I should have guessed by the very first song of this episode.
I'm glad you put that together. Right. Nothing gets by that hat. That commemorates the day that the United States adopted the Star-Spangled Banner as its national anthem.
Do you know who wrote it?
I do. Do you?
Yes.
Let's not tell them.
There was a dorm named after him at my college.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The
FSK.
Bob Ware dorm?
The Jerry Garcia mansion? No.
No, Francis Scott Key, the Star-Spangled Banner. Yeah. Do you know when the Star-Spangled Banner became the national anthem?
No. After 1776?
It was well after 1776. So here's the story. Would you like to know?
I want the abridged version.
I don't think you have a choice. Because the story is as moving as the anthem itself. So Francis Scott Key was an attorney. I bet you didn't know that. He was visiting Georgetown Light Field Artillery during the War of 1812. In 1814, he was hired to work out the release of Dr. William Bean, a prisoner on a British naval ship. And so early in September, Key went down to Baltimore in the company of Colonel John Skinner to begin the negotiations. And while Key and Skinner were working on Bean's release, the British Navy began attacking Baltimore.
With bombs bursting in air.
With bombs bursting in air. So they had to wait at sea to return to Georgetown. They couldn't go anywhere. And Fort Mchenry is on a peninsula in the Patapsco River, just across from Baltimore, right?
McHenry Tunnel.
So the British Navy abandoned Baltimore and turned their full attention to Fort McHenry on September 13th, 1814. And so they were attacked and with bombs and shells, and throughout the night, people in Baltimore reported that their homes were shaking from the bomb blasts across the way, and there were even reports that the explosions could be felt as far away as Philadelphia. So
wow.
It was a long night of fear, worry. And I picture, Francis Scott Key and the two other men huddling together, providing comfort for one another. So,
but their flag was still there.
The flag did not fly at Fort McHenry.
That seems ridiculous.
Right? So for 25 hours, they had the warning flag up. And so in the early morning of September 14th, the British troops stopped, and the major ordered an oversized American flag raised in all its glory over Fort Mchenry. And it was sewn a few months before by Mary Pickersgill and her daughter. And it it replaced the storm flag, which had been flown during the battle. And Key saw it first thing in the morning. He was so inspired to see the fort standing firm and the flag waving that he wrote a poem titled "Defense of Fort McHenry,"
which later became
the national anthem. The Star Spangled Banner. And when you said eventually, you meant 117 years later.
That is what I meant.
Yeah. Because it was March 3rd, this day in history, 1931.
Wow.
To
think we didn't have a national anthem for all those years seems a little crazy.
Right. And so now I played you the Lady Gaga version, right? Here's what it sounded like. You know, there are 3 verses to the national anthem that nobody ever sings. Here's one verse. This is the original 1814 version.
I don't like this one as much. Seems very serious.
It's a waltz.
Yeah.
So then...
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's that. And then, of course, everybody, probably the most popular pop version... Whitney Houston.
This is beautiful.
In 1991. It's no longer a waltz.
No, I'm happy for that transition.
Much slower.
Beautiful. Isn't there a version that's all on an electric guitar too?
Oh yeah. And then there's Igor Stravinsky. Do you remember Mr. Brogy?
I do. Didn't he teach music here for like 20
He taught
years?
music here for a year. He sent me this version. Sounds like it. Oh.
That sounds like the one he played in band, you know?
But listen. Very different.
Mm-hmm.
There are extra notes in there, and that's by Stravinsky, Igor Stravinsky, played by the London Symphony Orchestra. And Mr. Brogy reports that Igor Stravinsky was almost run out of town because of that version. Like it was.
Really?
Yep. It was so not traditional.
Huh.
So. Yeah. So there's the Star Spangled Banner and a little bit of history. And
that was actually a lot of history.
Just a little bit. I've got more, but I'm not sharing it.
Okay. I do think abridged is good.
You can look it up on the National Anthem Day website. It's also National Celery Month. Celery is not just xylem and phloem, you know.
Oh boy.
So get chopping in March with National Celery Month. It's a fantastic vegetable. It adds crunch to salads while adding lots of flavors to casseroles and soups.
And peanut butter really makes it well with peanut butter.
Peanut butter. What else? Guacamole.
True.
Yeah. It has only 16 16 calories per serving.
It's very full of water, so it fills you up nicely.
And fiber and potassium and vitamin A and C, and it's generally good for you. And if you put it in, you leave the leaves on it on the top, and you cut it at the bottom. Just cut it fresh at the bottom. Put it in a glass of colored water, any color you like, blue, red, any color. The color will get sucked up, and you can watch it through the xylem and the phloem.
Xylem to the sky, phloem to the floor.
And the leaves become the color, like so it's not only delicious, it's scientific.
It also goes with chicken wings. We forgot. That's a very important combination.
Oh, yes. It also goes with chicken wings. And so if you're making some buffalo wings, it's great for that. Celebrate National Celery Month with me because, we can't celebrate anybody's birthday.
No! Again?
Again, no birthdays for Wednesday, March 3rd.
Please tell me somebody's born on March 10th. There has to be.
Well, we'll see.
Depressing.
I think you can legally change your birthday to March 10th if you have not had one yet.
Oh, and I think somebody in our school should do that so that we can finally have a happy birthday announcement.
But we do wish a happy birthday here to, let's see, this young man. Do you know who that is?
No idea. He looks pretty old.
Alexander Graham Bell.
Oh, hello.
Why do you say hello?
Can you see me?
I can see you.
I can't see myself. Wasn't he the maker of the phone?
He was, yes.
Yeah. Hello. It's a phone.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Before we had this.
Before we had the cell phone, he oh yeah. You had to you were attached to the wall.
We had this.
All
right, I'm digressing.
Yeah, well, that's good. Happy birthday, Al. We love the telephone.
Al.
We love the telephone.
Yep. All right, next.
And now it is time for the Sunny School Day stories on Radio Douglas for Wednesday, March 3rd. Look at Gabriella. We asked for snowman pictures, and we got them. There's her snowman and
awesome.
Her beautiful hat.
And the snowman has on a beautiful hat. Maybe it's a snow woman. I don't know. It's a snow person.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I thought that hat was really, 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 really tall until I realized that it's built in front of a tree.
Yeah, I love it.
Yep, love it. It's fantastic. Pandemic pause. Are you ready for some pause and cuteness?
I always am.
This is the Polar Bear Ballet.
Why can't we have a Douglas polar bear?
Conan is the polar bears.
We could have a pet. Oh, they're so cute. They look like my little golden retriever.
But it's so relaxing.
I bet that mama bear is thinking, get off my head.
Get off my ear.
Oh, so cute.
There you go. Just a little nice, calm and soothing polar bear. You can go to the YouTube and find polar bear videos. They're generally calming. I don't know anything about polar bears, but they are cute.
So cute. That's all I know.
Yeah. And on this day in history, on March 3rd, 1887, Anne Sullivan began teaching 6-year-old blind, deaf Helen Keller.
And if you haven't done any reading about this duo, this is the opportunity during March Reading Month to find a biography of either one of them because they are both incredible women. with
Absolutely.
incredible perseverance.
And do you know that Anne Sullivan grew up right here in Massachusetts?
No, where?
Well, she was her parents died very when she was very young, so she died. She grew up in state facilities, I believe in Tewksbury. But then eventually, she made her way to the Perkins School for the Blind.
Oh,
She
in
too.
Watertown?
Did you know that she was blind as well?
I don't remember that from her biography.
Right.
I mean, I read their stories over and over and over when I was little. I found it so fascinating.
So yeah. So Anne
Oh,
Sullivan and Helen Keller. Yeah,
Helen Keller.
they spent the rest of their lives together.
Yep. The first word she said was water.
Really,
Yeah.
because she wanted a drink.
Because if I'm remembering the book right, Anne Sullivan had her hands under the water.
Oh,
Yeah, she kept signing it to her.
very
It's
good.
very
Yeah,
cool.
she taught
Yeah.
her. She taught her to spell by spelling the words on her hand.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So there you go. And
Ooh,
gosh, the time is going by so quickly.
for us.
So quickly. I think we need a segment or two in here still. I can't believe it's already time for the Mrs. McGirl approved jokes.
Let's hear it. You know
This
what?
one was sent in to us by Mr. Kale. I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Kale. Hi, Mr. Kale and your class. They watch every week.
They do. You're the best.
They are the best. They are the best. Here's the joke. What do cats do after they fight? They hiss and make up. There they are.
Of course they do.
They hiss and make up. Meow.
Oh, that's cute.
And there are some cats who have hissed and made up.
The one on the left with its head still looks a little mad.
Oh yeah, yeah. The one on the right is confused.
Yep.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much all we have. Maybe something a little thought provoking.
Okay.
All right. From Louis Grizzard. Springtime is the land awakening. The March winds are the morning yawn.
Ooh, deep.
And with that, we wish you a windy, warm, and wonder whistling Wednesday. Which version of the Star Spangled Banner would you like to hear? More Lady Gaga?
Yes. No waltz.
Goodbye, everybody.
Enjoy your remote Wednesday.
Whose broad stripes